Hey, how's it going, guys? In this lesson, we are going to be talking about how to edit your videos. So in the last lesson, I showed you guys a free video editor that you guys can download absolutely free for both Windows and Mac. And in this lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to use that video editor, which is called HitFilm Express, how to use HitFilm to make your videos. What are we going to be covering? We're going to be covering how to, first of all, just do basic editing. Then I'm going to show you how to add and remove watermarks. Then I'm going to show you how to edit to avoid visual ID matches, and then how to edit to avoid audio ID matches, and that is where the YouTube system automatically copyright strikes your videos for having the same exact audio or the same exact video within your videos. And the only reason that I'm showing you guys how to avoid this is because you guys are going to be following the guidelines of fair use, and it is unfair for them to then claim your video even though you're following the guidelines of fair use. I'm going to show you guys how to avoid that, and then I'm going to show you guys something that I like to call the 13-second rule. You guys are going to get a ton of value from this, especially if you want to learn how to edit your videos to avoid visual ID, and what's especially cool about this is that it's using a completely free video editor. Now, if you guys already do have a video editor such as Adobe Premiere Pro or something like that, a paid video editor, you can use all the tactics I'm going to show you in that as well. The actual nitty-gritty technical details on how to do things might be a little bit different, but typically I've used a lot of editing programs, and they all have somewhat similar interfaces to some degrees. There should be workarounds on how to do it within those programs if you guys want to use a program like that. But if you guys want to use HitFilm, which is completely free, feel free to do that as well. First of all, I'm going to show you guys how to just do basic editing. Alright guys, and then once you have HitFilm downloaded, you can just open up a new project right here. This is what it looks like when you just open up HitFilm. You just click New. I just recommend keeping all the settings as they are. 1080p, Full HD, 25 FPS. That's typically fine, perfect, and then we just click Start Editing. This is going to be the interface that you guys will get familiar with, and HitFilm's really easy to use, guys, as I'll show you guys throughout this. Then let's say you downloaded a video, you want to import it. Click this import button on the bottom left right here. Just click import video. This will bring up your file manager where you can actually choose the video that you downloaded, and then it'll load right here. And then once you have it, you can actually drag the video from the left right here onto the main timeline. Is going to be the actual editing. Click yes. It will import it to the timeline. There's an intro right here. So to cut out the intro, it's super simple. You just go right after their intro goes. Super simple editing with HitFilm. Click this slice tool right here, super simple, and then you just click this red bar right here where you want it to slice. It is sliced into 2 clips. Hit delete on your keyboard. That one's now gone. And to use your mouse as normal, drag this back to the beginning of the video. It starts right on that video, and their intro is no longer in it. And let's say we want to cut out this product, scooter product. We just go to when this product stops showing. All you have to do is click that slice tool or just click C on your keyboard. Click that red thing. Let's find when that product is done being shown. It says cool text. We don't want that in there. Let's go to the next one. We've split it into 3 separate clips. We want to get rid of this little chunk right here. So select that, click delete to make it so there's no difference. All we do is we drag that back there. Let's say we want to get rid of the audio as well. All you guys have to do is drag this bar all the way down, and then there will be no audio. Then you can put in your own music, your own voiceovers, or anything like that. This HitFilm editor is really awesome, especially for making videos like this. You don't have to pay anything to use this editor. Once we're done with this whole video, we're going to want to export it to our desktop where we can then upload it to YouTube. To export the video, all you have to do is click this button right here. It says export. Click contents, and then just click go to export. I recommend clicking remember my choice so that pop-up doesn't pop up every single time. Shows it right here. Then you can choose the output destination for the video. And then once you chose the destination for your file and you gave it a name and everything, then you are ready to export it. So then you just click Start Exporting in the bottom right here, this little button. It'll show the progress right there, and it'll even show a little preview right there. Once that gets to 100% and done and ready to upload to YouTube. That's just a quick overview of the HitFilm Express editor. I'm going to be going into it a little more depth in these next lessons here, showing you guys how to edit your videos so you don't get content ID matches, so you don't get copyright striked and your video doesn't get taken down, so you can continue to upload videos and make money on YouTube without making your own videos. Alright guys, and now I'm going to show you how to add and remove watermarks on videos. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to either remove a watermark from a video with a watermark or add your own watermark on top of it so the video looks like your own. Once you have a video with a watermark, this really isn't a watermark, but it's something that you kind of want to cover up because they put that in the video. It shows the cost and everything. Just say it was a watermark, and this applies to if it was a watermark. There's a few things that we can do to actually get rid of that. So the first thing we can do is just click the video, just crop it out, then you just change the size of the video just so you can't see it anymore like that. You cannot see it throughout that whole video right there. So you can crop it, but if you don't want to crop it and you want to put your own watermark so it looks like your own, we can just make it the normal size once again. Go to where it shows a watermark. To cover it up with your own watermark, you guys can use a program called Paint.net. I put a link to it a little bit later in the course when I teach you guys how to make thumbnails, the best software. You can just go to getpaint.net to download the software. It's absolutely free, or you can use a free online software called Pexels, or you can use a free online software called Canva, canva.com, and you can make your own watermark through there, and logos and everything like that, and thumbnails through Canva. Once you have your watermark, all you have to do is save it onto your computer, and then go back to HitFilm, import it just by clicking import. You can just drag it on top of this right here. See, it'll show it there, and then you can just cover it up with that one. It might be a little bit too big, so we can shrink it a little bit. Now you have your own watermark, and you guys can make your watermarks look better than this too. I'm just showing you guys as an example how to add the watermark on top. Or if the video doesn't have a watermark at all and you want to add it, you can just put it on there just like that. And another cool thing you guys can do as well, you can see there's no watermark at this point in the video. If you want your watermark not to take up too much of the screen or kind of like look weird or anything, you can put your watermark wherever you want, say, and then you just right click. This is a cool thing you can do with HitFilm. You just right click the picture of the watermark, and then you click blend, and then you go down to overlay. Just click overlay. It makes it look really cool, like kind of blend it in with the shot. And wherever you put it in the video, you can kind of see through it as well. So that's a really cool option you guys can do with HitFilm. Let's say you want it to be like that big, just in the top right there. That's how you can add a watermark and get rid of other people's watermarks in the videos with HitFilm. Alright guys, now I'm going to show you how to edit your videos to avoid visual ID matches. So right now, I'm going to show you how to edit a video to avoid content ID matches. If you upload your video to YouTube and it gets a content ID match, all you have to do is delete the video from YouTube and then do these changes that I'm going to show you right now, and then you can re-upload it, and hopefully it won't have that content ID match. Let's say right here in the video, it got the content ID match. There's a few different things you can do. First thing that you guys can do is go to Effects, probably be in this Media tab by default, click Effects, and then search Vigne, and then you'll see effect called Vignette. Drag this effect onto here. It gives it a really cool effect, darker around the edges and then lighter around the middle, and this will generally help you avoid any content ID matches. Once you put an effect on here like this, if you still get a content ID match, add other effects, like add a color effect, change the color of the video a little bit, change the size of the video. If it's just in one spot too, go to the video where it is, clip out that section, maybe change the size a little bit so it won't actually sense it. Just put some effects on it. There's an endless amount of effects with HitFilm. If we just go to distort effect, and then we can find something like, you can add some grain to it. Once you add grain, as you can see, it makes it a little more distorted. It'll be harder for those bots to sense content ID match. That's one way of editing videos to get around content ID matches. One thing you guys can do within HitFilm to get around those visual content ID matches. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to get over audio content ID matches so your videos can stay up on YouTube and you can continue to make money from your videos. Alright guys, now I'm going to show you guys how you can edit your videos to avoid audio ID matches. Let's say your videos are getting copyright striked for audio ID matches. You get a content strike because of the music you use or because the speaking in it is copyrighted and it senses it's a copyright video and it gets you that way. First thing you guys can do is select a video, right click, and then click unlink, and this will unlink the audio and the video from each other. Then you can just click the audio, then you can just right click, cut, and that will get rid of the audio from the video, and then you can add your own music. I show you exactly where to find the best music later on in the course. You can find some royalty-free music online. That's actually what I recommend doing most of the time. Or if you're doing a voiceover, you know, you can get rid of the audio, put your voiceover there instead. So let's say it's like a video where someone's talking, or it's like a news show or something, and you want to keep their speech in the video and make sure people can actually hear what they're saying, but you're also notice you're getting copyright striked for that video. One thing you guys can do is just right-click on the audio. First off, unlink the audio as I showed. Right-click on the audio. Click speed and duration. Just speed it up or slow it down just a tiny bit. Like, you don't even have to do it much, guys. Like, just put it up to like maybe 106%. Click OK. You are still able to understand what they're saying. And you could also right-click on the video as well. You could speed that up. But just speed it up a little, like maybe not too much where people can notice that it's slowed down or sped up or anything. That's one way to avoid content ID matches for speaking or music or any of those audio content ID matches that you might get when uploading videos to YouTube that you didn't make. Even if you're doing voiceover to your own video and there's an important part in the video where you want to make sure people can hear it, or you're showing the videos visually, you know it's fair use and everything. You just want to make sure that the bots don't take your videos down unfairly. Those are a couple things you guys can do to avoid those content ID matches. Alright guys, hope you guys got a ton of value on showing you guys how to actually edit your videos. Now, before we end this lesson, I just want to include something really quick that's really important, and that is something that I like to call the 13-second rule. Now, the 13-second rule basically states that whenever you use clips such as movies or interviews or any other videos on YouTube within your own YouTube videos, if you have like a list video or something, make sure to keep the usage of that video under 13 seconds. Okay, now this will help you avoid running into copyright issues as often as you might if you're using videos over 13 seconds, because the YouTube system typically only detects if you're using another person's video if the video is over 13 seconds. Now, with that said, what we are doing is in no way breaking YouTube's terms of service if you guys do it correctly, abiding to the terms of fair use. So we're not doing anything bad. But within YouTube, there's actually a copyright system in which big companies upload their videos to, for example, like movies, or typically bigger videos have this, and bigger channels on YouTube. And they upload all their videos into this copyright system, and then YouTube scans the entirety of YouTube for content that's used in their videos. And they typically can only do this if the video is over 13 seconds. Now, sometimes they can do it if the usage is under that, but I like to always recommend that you guys keep the usage under 13 seconds for each clip. Now, there are channels out there like Quantum Tech HD that show like 5-minute clips for each of the clips that they show within their videos, and they don't appear to be running into any copyright issues. So it probably won't happen, but it could, so that is why I recommend keeping the usage under 13 seconds for your videos. Now, also, try to use as many images and GIFs as possible in your videos, and the reason for doing this is that it helps constitute what I just described before, fair use. It really helps with fair use because when you're using a lot of different images and GIFs, you're not just using that one video. So if someone ever claimed that you were using their footage in your videos, this will help constitute, especially within YouTube's eyes, that the clips that you are using fall within the guidelines of fair use. Now, using images and GIFs are really good too. I'm going to show you in some of the next lessons where you can actually find free images, free music, and free videos that you guys can use within your videos as well, which is super cool. But that's just a little rule of thumb. Try to use as many images and GIFs within your videos as possible. Now, like I just said, in the upcoming lessons, I'm going to show you some free places to find stock pictures in videos. And you guys are going to get a ton of value from this because there are channels out there that just use stock pictures and videos, and they just have a voiceover on top of them, and they make a killings. I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can do that as well within the next sections. When I'm showing you some of these places, I'm going to show you some channels that actually just use stock pictures and videos and make a lot of money doing it. So I know you guys are going to get a ton of value from that. I hope this lesson helped you guys a ton, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.